Before you scroll away, take a moment because this update directly affects millions of seniors and families across the United States. Congress has just approved a major decision that impacts Social Security, retirement income, and additional benefits, and understanding what this really means could bring clarity and peace of mind. This is not about panic or confusion. It's about knowing what has changed, why it matters, and how it may affect your financial security moving forward. Welcome back to Raise Money Talks, the channel where we break down important financial and government updates in plain, easy-to-understand language, especially for seniors, retirees, and families who rely on these programs every month. If this information helps you, or if you have questions as we go along, make sure to leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Your experiences help others feel less alone. Now let's walk through this update calmly and clearly. Congress has officially approved a bill that directly affects Social Security, retirement income, disability benefits, survivor benefits, and how additional support programs work alongside them. This approval marks a significant moment because it confirms changes many seniors have been waiting to hear about, especially during a time when everyday costs continue to rise. The purpose of this update is to explain what has been approved, what it means for monthly income, how extra benefits are connected, and how older adults can understand these changes without stress or confusion. This decision did not happen overnight. It came after months of discussions, negotiations, and revisions in Congress. Lawmakers examined rising costs for food, housing, utilities, healthcare, and daily necessities, and how these pressures affect people living on fixed incomes. The final agreement reflects a shared understanding that Social Security remains a foundational program for retirees, disabled individuals, and survivors, and that it must continue adapting to today's economic reality rather than remaining frozen in the past. One of the most important points to understand is that this bill focuses on eligibility and protection, not on creating a one-size-fits-all payment. That means benefits are adjusted based on existing rules such as work history, income level, and benefit type. For most seniors, monthly payments continue on their regular schedule. There is no requirement to reapply, no sudden disruptions, and no surprise cancellations. Instead, the system is strengthened quietly in the background to protect purchasing power and long-term stability. Social Security remains the core source of retirement income for millions of Americans, and Congress has reaffirmed that role through this legislation. The bill supports cost of living adjustments and safeguards designed to prevent benefits from losing value over time. Inflation affects everyone, but seniors often feel it more sharply because their income does not easily increase. This legislation acknowledges that reality and reinforces the need for benefits to keep pace with economic conditions. In addition to retirement benefits, the bill also addresses disability benefits and survivor benefits. These programs support individuals who depend on consistent income due to disability or the loss of a family provider. The structure of these programs remains the same, but the bill strengthens how benefits are maintained and adjusted so that beneficiaries are not left behind as costs continue to rise. Stability and reliability remain the priority. Another key part of this legislation involves additional benefits that work alongside Social Security. Many seniors rely on more than one program to manage healthcare costs, prescription expenses, housing needs, and basic living expenses. Congress recognized that these programs must work together smoothly. The goal is to reduce delays, confusion, and gaps, so eligible individuals receive the support they are entitled to without unnecessary complications. It is just as important to understand what this bill does not do. It does not cancel Social Security. It does not reduce eligibility for current beneficiaries. It does not eliminate existing benefits. Instead, it reinforces the system and improves how support is delivered. This clarity matters because misinformation spreads quickly, especially during times of change. This approval sends a clear message that Social Security remains a priority and that benefits are being protected, not weakened. The financial reality facing seniors today is very different from decades ago. Housing costs have increased, medical expenses continue to rise, and everyday items cost more than they once did. Fixed incomes make it harder to adjust. Congress acknowledged these challenges and approved measures designed to provide predictability so seniors can plan their finances with greater confidence and less anxiety. For many people, the most immediate question is how this affects monthly payments. Exact amounts still depend on individual circumstances, but the overall goal is to ensure benefits remain meaningful and reliable. Adjustments built into the system are meant to prevent erosion of purchasing power, especially for retirees who depend heavily on Social Security as their primary income source. Another important aspect of this bill is its focus on fairness and sustainability. Lawmakers aim to balance support for current beneficiaries with long-term program stability. By making targeted updates instead of sweeping changes, Congress seeks to protect today's seniors while preserving Social Security for future generations. This measured approach helps avoid sudden disruptions and builds confidence in the system. Administrative protections are also strengthened under this bill. Accurate and timely processing of benefits is critical, especially for those living on tight budgets. Delays or errors can cause unnecessary stress. Improvements behind the scenes help ensure payments are delivered correctly and on time, reinforcing trust in the system. The bill also reflects the understanding that retirement security involves more than one program. Income stability, healthcare support, and assistance with essential needs all work together. By aligning these programs more effectively, the legislation reduces gaps that can leave seniors vulnerable during difficult times. As implementation moves forward, changes are applied gradually. This allows agencies time to update systems and communicate clearly with beneficiaries. Payments continue on familiar schedules, and updates are integrated without interruption. For seniors, the goal is continuity and reassurance, not confusion. This legislation also connects to stimulus-related support in an important way. While it does not recreate emergency payments from the past, it strengthens ongoing support mechanisms that serve a similar purpose by improving financial stability. Lawmakers recognize that many seniors continue to feel long-term strain even after major economic events have passed. Eligibility rules remain the same. Benefits are applied automatically where relevant, and beneficiaries do not need to take extra steps simply because this bill was approved. This design helps reduce stress and ensures that support continues smoothly within existing structures. The approval of this bill reflects careful planning for the future. Congress reviewed data on aging populations, retirement trends, healthcare costs, and workforce changes. By acting now, lawmakers aim to reduce the risk of abrupt changes later and protect both current and future beneficiaries. It is natural to feel cautious when hearing about changes to programs you rely on. This approval is intended to provide reassurance, not disruption. It strengthens commitments made to retirees, disabled individuals, and survivors, recognizing Social Security as more than a program, but as a promise built over decades of work and contributions. As we wrap up, remember this update is about stability, protection, and clarity. Social Security remains a cornerstone of retirement security, and this legislation reflects an effort to adapt to modern challenges while honoring long-standing commitments. If you found this explanation helpful, or if you have concerns or personal experiences related to Social Security or benefits, please leave a comment below. Your voice matters, and your comments help others understand they're not alone. This is Ray's Money Talks, and we'll continue bringing you clear, calm updates that help you stay informed and confident about your financial future.